Hello, how are you today? I hope you're well. I thought we could just pull some cards and get a bit of a read today. Let's have a look at what wants to come out. I hope you're well. It's starting to turn cold here, so it's not much fun. I'm a summer person. The Three of Swords has come out, so very much head and heart conflict. This is also a little bit of sorrow, a little bit of sadness, and potentially the loss or, experiencing some sort of loss. Not a fantastic card to come out straight away, but when I picked the cards up before I pressed start, it actually jumped out then too, so very relevant in needing to be out today. I've also got some more that have come out. So potentially, we're looking at, it can be the loss of a relationship, it can be the loss of a job, loss of a loved one, loss of a loved one can be a beautiful family human, or it can be a fur baby as well. So, sitting here, it can be just the loss of self, who am I, where am I going, what am I doing, feels very relevant, I feel like there's quite a bit of change that's happening. It can be the aftermath of the loss of somebody, like you can lose somebody, but then it's going through all the will and the settling of the properties and the clearing of the personal belongings and stuff that becomes very, very hard as well. It can be the loss, it can be any kind of loss, it can be just a part of life, the loss of a dream. It's a big one, people want something and it slips through their fingers. So this can come up when you feel like, you really, really worked hard and wanted something, but you've actually, it felt like it's just gone. So it shows me that, you're a hard worker, you tried everything possible if this is the case, and that you are tired and you've had enough, and that is okay, So going back a little bit, it can also, it is that stuff that you need to deal with after the loss of a person. It's, it's the personal possessions and the, sorting everything within the legal space of the will. I do have a legal card sitting in here, so, it's very representative of that, and that sometimes in that space it can go on and on for years, and sometimes in that space it can be a little bit overwhelming and a little bit not quite what you'd hoped for. It's a hard time for everybody. There's a lot of emotions at play, and everything is very much up in the air, so it can be an extremely hard time. Everyone deals with grief differently, and you just need to know what you're giving, what you're receiving, where you're sitting emotionally, rather than investing too much and feeling overwhelmed with it all. The Three of Swords, again, I'll show you. This can be the head and the heart, so real fight of the head and the heart. It can be overthinking, over-processing it. You're talking yourself out of whatever it is your heart and soul desires. So I really, really want you to be aware. If you've worked too hard in this lifetime, to be aware, to let your head get involved. So really be aware of what your head's doing and bring yourself back into the heart. It is a common card that will come up, it can come up just to show that you're overthinking things, and you're talking yourself out of things, and that your heart wants this, but your head's got all this fear and stuff. Fear is the biggest thing that will stop you in your tracks. Fear of, I'm not good enough. Is this going to work? Just what if it fails, or what if I get, what if something happens? It's all these what ifs that sit in the brain. So, like if this is you in that space, let it go. You've worked too hard to get to this space right now. What I'm seeing in front of me is that, there are options for you, but you're choosing not to see it, not to see your way forward. So if you're sitting in that space and this head and heart feeling can sit around loss, loss of stepping into something I always wanted to do, but now it's not going to happen. And you know, you can beat yourself up about that. So if you've got something coming up for air that you've worked so hard on and you want to bring it out into the world, allow yourself, you know, make that choice. Allow yourself to be seen, be heard, you know, allow yourself to step into it, because Spirit will have your back 100%. You know, they won't let you fail. They won't let you down, okay? And all you have to do is get out of your own head and allow yourself to follow your heart. Biggest thing. I know that there's a lot of aspects of what you may be trying to bring to fruition up. There's a lot of work that you've done on it. I know you are tired, and I know that you feel overwhelmed. So put all of that energy and that emotion and that overwhelming sense, think of it like a backpack. Take it off, put it down. It's there. You can pick it up at any time, but for now you don't need to. Onwards and upwards. There's things, once you get that ball rolling, there are things that you'll be able to bring in and harness and move forward with. It's just going to be amazing. The energy, the momentum will start pushing, and the gain from it, the emotional, the mental gain, the happiness, the joy is going to be something that you wish you'd done earlier. You know, hindsight can be a real slap in the face sometimes, and it will. It's just, you know, it just feels that way. There's a lot of emotional energy sitting in these cards today. I can really feel it, you know. It just feels, I don't know, it just feels like I don't know which way I'm supposed to be going. And if you're sitting in that, you know, whether it's in your relationship, whether it's in your work or bringing something up to be seen, you know, it's because you don't want to see as well. So again, put your hand on your heart and just really pull into that space of, you know, what am I not seeing? What do I need to perhaps take my blinkers off to and let that come up for, you know, let whatever needs to happen. Because, you know, if it is the loss of a relationship, you're changing directions, it will be okay. You know, you have to do what's right for you. You have to sit in your own energy and know and trust that you're safe, you'll be protected, okay? Really important. There's a lot of, in the cards today, a lot of energy around balance, you know, finding your balance, finding what's right for you, doing what's right, you know, just let all the guard down, you know, let the guard down, allow yourself to be really seen and heard in that space, and allow your heart to show you the way, you know, like just get out of all that and just sit there and allow your heart and soul to show you the way, because it will never get you wrong. I just wanted to pull something else, Chariot. So this is fast movement. This is when you know what you're doing, you know where you want to go, you're off and running. So, and it's a big yes card. So I have no doubt you just needed a little push in the right direction, and you're off and running. You know, if there's that thing that's just sitting there, you want to try, you want to do, or you don't want to do, have a voice around this. Speak your truth, you know, because it gets you moving again, okay? Now I'm going to pull an oracle card. I got these beautiful new cards. Oh, the light's not very good with that. Let me get the book. It's the Voices of Wales, the Compass book. Really, it is the Oracle of Wales. So it's got all the whales in there. It's animal medicine. It's beautiful. The author is Psychic Nath, and the illustrations are by Christina Scagliotti. Sorry if I didn't say that right. These only came last week, and they're just phenomenal cards. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got the Ocean's Wisdom. Sorry about the reflection. It's a bit tricky, isn't it? They're a shiny card. The Ocean's Wisdom. Oh, I love this. Look at this big whale up here. And it looks like a seal. Oh, no, it's another whale. And just all these beautiful symbols, you know, scattered throughout. So very much, you know, the ocean is your emotion. It's the water. It allows you to you know, delve into, God, there's so many whales on there. Sorry, I'm just seeing them everywhere. There's here, 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 all the symbols. There's a tail going off there. It's just beautiful. This reminds me of the hermit and the gem that's held in the middle here, you know. Just know that you know your way. You have, you know, you just need to get out of your way a little bit. That might help. And just all this beautiful wisdom within. Why aren't you trusting that? You know, like, trust yourself. Know that you've got your back. And, you know, the one thing I know is that you have to back yourself. You have to go, no, enough's enough. I just pulled a few little charms out of my box. So I've got the music. You can see down here, music. I don't know what that is because I'm not a musician. I would not put anyone through that. But yeah, so, you know, very much music. Music is the soul's, you know, it's just the soul's energy, isn't it? I love music. I love listening to music. I love listening to frequency music as well. So, you know, put some music on to change your energy if you're feeling a little bit stuck. This beautiful one is tiny, and I'm just gonna, it's a tiny little butterfly. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there it is. Tiny little butterfly. So transformation, you are changing, you know, and it's a beautiful thing. Really, when you're changing it, it can be really wobbly. It can be, you know, it can feel like you are stuck. So, you know, hand on heart, allow yourself to move wherever you need to go. I've got the word dream as well. Dare to dream. You know, you got to have dreams. You got to have wishes. You got to be, you know, bringing something to the surface to get, you know, to keep your soul evolving. I absolutely love this next little charm. It's the first time I've seen it. I didn't even know it was in there. It is a little, like, bunch of wheat. So wheat, think of wheat as, you know, seeds. In the Empress card, there is wheat. And wheat is about reaping your harvest, or harvesting your, you know, reaping what you sow, so to speak. Get it out, see? You know, the seeds you sowed, it's growing, it's time to harvest it. I was born in the wheat belt, so this wheat is significant for me as well, you know, it's my birthright. It might be your birthright too, to do whatever it is you have to do. Last one that came up is intuition. So I just put my hand there. Yeah, crescent moon. So beautiful intuition. It's better up there, isn't it? Trust yourself. Back yourself. You've got this. You know, like, you know what to do. Just go be fabulous. I'll talk to you tomorrow, hey? See you then. Bye.